What is cool, Cluttered people? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Bobbalam. Finally, the last video before I go live on Twitch and we start gambling away my money and win this Dogecoin back, because again, I lost $500, and every time I want to go on Twitch, turn that NordVPN on and start making bands, some new news comes out. First the baby Drake thing, then Juice WRLD, like more information on the day he passed away, RIP Juice. But now we got some new information on Uzi, and you know how much I love Uzi. Plus we got to get Love Is Rage 3 popping. We got to get trending so that Uzi can come back out with a bang. Not that he fell off, don't spin my words, but y'all know I've already said this so many times. Love Is Rage 3 and Forever Young are like very crucial projects for Uzi. He can't rush this. It's got to be a bangers to leave his legacy of his musical career, how he left it after like Love Is Rage 2 when he was an undeniable GOAT. But anyway, a new magazine article came out with an interview from Uzi, which usually doesn't happen, so this is very rare. He spoke a little bit about Eternal Atake in a very similar manner to the time he went on IG Live with Fat Joe and did like a impromptu interview, saying that it was kind of mid and that it wasn't his best quality of work, and actually explained why. So this is really nothing new, but I still wanted to cover it for all the people who weren't here, because we got a lot of new Bob Gang members, but also because he definitely said some new things here about his feelings of Eternal Atake. So let's get right into it, and then I'll add some context. So the title of the article for W Magazine, shout out them, Lil Uzi Vert on Eternal Atake and how his girlfriend City Girls JT keeps him calm. Now we're not going to talk about JT too much. We're just here for Eternal Atake. I don't really care about the relationship all too much. I mean, shout out them. They doing their thing. Make some chocolate babies for us all. Willy Wonka gonna come out of nowhere and eat your fucking Oompa Loompas, bro. Watch out. But more specifically, they asked this question: your last album, Eternal Atake, is still charting 1 year after its release, but you said that you weren't happy with the way it turned out. Uzi responds, all of my music for Eternal Atake got leaked, so I had to redo it. It didn't reach its full potential. I just knew it wasn't the sound I was going for. Let's just say Eternal Atake for another artist would have been really good because it was super dumbed down to where everyone could enjoy it, but that's not my artistry. I want my new music to be more intimate to my real fans. I want it to be almost cult-like. Shout out Uzi. He listening to the fans. Hopefully he listens to your boy and someone like the Uzi subreddit saying that he just needs to go back to his old producers, or at least old producer style. I know he's working with Ike Beats and DP Beats and hopefully Don Cannon, hopefully, please, Molly Raw. I don't think that's happening, but you know, Molly I think mentioned something on Twitter where it could happen. Hopefully he works with Filthy, which is a new guy Cardi was working with on a whole lot of Red. That's not necessarily old, but still, like, we need some like hyper pop or hyper trap, whatever you fucking call it, rage beats on Love Is Rage 3. It is called Love Is Rage 3 for a reason. But something he mentioned, and we've talked about a lot on this channel, is that Eternal Atake got leaked. Apparently all of the music. I don't know about all of it. Maybe he thought it was all of it. I mean, when some of your biggest bangers leak on an album, you know, you probably think that the whole thing did. Actually, I think we did a video way back in the day called like Uzi leak season, like over 20 songs that leaked, I believe, all in like 2018, 2019, post Love Is Rage 2 era. And now even like the Pharrell collab tape that he also recorded in 2018 supposedly is leaking. We only got like a couple more songs left on that album. And because of people like Forza or whoever leaked all of his music, he or his label didn't want to re-release the songs, which at this point, I mean, I think we've learned that even leaked songs can do well on the charts. It really don't matter. The leak community isn't really that big, so it's not going to take away that many streams. Plus the leak community, they're still in the stone ages here. They still listen to downloaded MP3s. Even if you drop it on Spotify and shit, they listen on their downloads. Maybe not all, but a lot of them. And if you listen to leaks, you know what I'm talking about too. You do like the local files in Spotify. Plus if you're going on like a plane and there's no internet or something like that, maybe you don't pay for cell service, you can still listen to it. There's like multiple benefits for doing that, so I ain't hating. And some of the Eternal Atake leaks you can find on YouTube, that is if they didn't get taken down or if Uzi didn't release them, because some of the snippets he did actually release, but say like 1600 Rager, of course, Numb, Outer Space, Backspace, Come This Way ended up releasing, but the list goes on regardless. And so maybe that's something that Uzi can learn for the next time. You know, if your music leaks, you can still release it. It really don't matter. Actually, in my opinion, it might be a good indicator. If people are really messing with the leak, you might still want to drop it because it's kind of like a test period. If it takes off organically, then you know that it is a banger. If it don't, then you know that it's a dud. But anyway, because of Forza and all the leakers leaking his music from Eternal Atake, or at least version 1, he couldn't release them. And so then he had to, I guess, rush into recording way more music for the actual album that released Eternal Atake. And it just wasn't up to par. Maybe after he recorded all those 2018 Eternal Atake V1 songs and they leaked, he wasn't feeling that vibe anymore, and then he tried to experiment with something else. But since he couldn't release the older songs, he couldn't really compare and contrast which ones were better, even though the leaks were better, let's be real. But no matter what, it was still a banger album. I would still say it's like a 7 or 8, but for Uzi's standards, and here's the problem, people. As Uzi said, I feel like he was kind of in his bag here, not gonna lie. He said, let's just say Eternal Atake for another artist would have been really good, but for him and his fan base, it wasn't necessarily good. So as I was saying before, Eternal Atake, with it being a 7 or 8 out of 10 album, because it was still fire. Like, I don't know if it had any skips on there other than I didn't like Strawberry Peels. I know a lot of people like that on Verse the World 2. Also, that one slower song, I can't remember what it's called, but it had like the female feature on there. But 7 or 8 out of 10 compared to his previous albums, Love Is Rage, Lil Uzi Vert Versus the World, the original one, The Perfect Love Tape, Love Is Rage 2. There were basically no skips or misses. And so those were like 9s to 10. I mean, I don't really give 10 out of 10s because it's hard to be perfect. Maybe one of them was a 10, Love Is Rage 2, because of its overwhelming success and like how it brought him to the mainstream, essentially, into the superstardom. But so because all of these previous albums were so goated and so good, his fans' expectations were so high, not to mention the amount of time we waited for Eternal Atake, 2.5 to 3 years, whatever it was. And then the Eternal Atake original leaks, which would have carried on that 9 to 10 out of 10 trend, because the album overall rating 7 or 8 out of 10 was lower than the expectations. People were calling it mid, because with Uzi, with such a special artist he is, you just expect more. And finally, we get to my favorite part of his response, even though it's really short. This whole article and interview was like, what, like 4 paragraphs or something like that? He says, Uzi explicitly, I want my new music to be more intimate to my real fans, which tells me Love Is Rage 3 or Forever Young, whichever releases earlier, or maybe both of them. Maybe he does like another deluxe situation with like Eternal Atake, and then the week after it's Lil Uzi Vert Versus the World 2, but with Love Is Rage 3 and Forever Young. He's going back to his old style, and I really hope, I don't know what it is, but it's like the way he's recording himself or the voice he's using. He used to use like a really low pitched voice, like he sounded like a man. Now he sounds like he's trying to go fetus on it, not try to be Cardi, you know what I'm saying? Like it sounds like he's fast, like pitched up rapping, which, bruh, lower your voice, drop your balls real quick. JT might be swallowing him up too much, and that's the whole issue here, because she started dating him during the whole Eternal Atake recording process and like stopped rapping as much because that's easily duplicatable, if that's even a word. All these rappers can rap, but nobody can sing and do that like mumble rap shit like Uzi. That's how we fell in love with his music. Pause, no homo. So hopefully he accomplishes what he's trying to do, give his OG fans what they want. I've been here since 2015 with Love Is Rage. I don't want to hear no Baby Pluto shit. I'm sorry. Maybe give me one song, show off your rapping ability. Maybe give me some like Balenci. But I want the leaned out Uzi, one with purple hair, pink hair, whatever hair. I don't care what color hair it is. If you do that, I will dye my pubes the same color, Uzi, if you're watching this. But either way, if he sticks with Baby Pluto, I mean, it's still good. I'm not gonna hate. Still looking forward to the album no matter what he does. I know Uzi is the artist here. He knows what to do. I don't know how to record music. I think Uzi is on the right path though, understanding that he should try to appease his OG fans rather than trying to max out the exposure of it. Eternal Atake and even a whole lot of Red, the reason that they kind of fell off stream wise a little bit after the first week they already went #1 is because, in my opinion at least, the hype of the album far surpassed the amount of Uzi fans or Cardi fans there were, or at least dedicated ones. They were even trending on Twitter. It was even on like CNN News. You cannot tell me that these people arguing over Biden and Trump cared about Eternal Atake. They might have tuned into the music and then they were like, nah, this is mid. They don't understand Uzi like we do. They don't understand he was packing in them undies. And so with that, It's your boy Bob Lamb signing off. Looking forward to hella rage this year. We got Mr. Rage, we got Love Is Rage. Actually, that might come next year, but either way, let me know in the comments what you think is gonna happen with Uzi's next project. Is it gonna be fire? Is he falling off a bit? Is he gonna go back to the OG sound, or is he gonna keep progressing Baby Pluto and still rap? Make sure to like and subscribe to join the Bob gang if you with it. Peace out, cutty people. Know what I'm saying?